Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War 1, Empires in Turmoil, the Shadow of the Tsar scenario versus Balthazor Strategic Arcana. We are getting into our 21st turn. It should be January in 1920, yeah, we just finished the first year, and it's definitely a tense game. We were quite successful in the first year, didn't really lose anything too big, whilst the Southern Whites made huge gains. Now he turned his focus on the Southern Whites with reinforcements and so forth. So now actually we retook, or we didn't, Perm, because he left Perm, so the Ural Whites are back where they started. Trying to gain some land again. But actually it's the winter, so I guess there's not too much going to happen from the enemy's side. Let's see. Yeah, he's trying to free Saratov, but I hope... Oh wow. Actually here he's taking next to Ostrov. What? I kind of expected slow, but yeah, with the bad weather. Are we getting here into trap next to Ufa? Oh. Was this an ambush? I actually like. Nice. Wow, this activity next to Body the Blacks, I'm really surprised about this one. Since, yeah, I mean the winter and the bad weather, nice, Voronezh didn't even take damage. Yeah, and the enemy shows where he is next in the Ural again, so next to Ufa. What the bourgeois therefore produce above all are its own gravediggers. Its fall and the victory of the proletariat is inevitable. Now let's see. Yoo-hoo! Our airships for the poles are here, finally! And some other reinforcements here, and the Southern Whites are... Wow, what a... The new year. Okay, we jumped right into February. Yeah, winters are long, and look at these reinforcements. We're ready for a... Yeah, summer of... And he's focusing here around Polotsk. That's funny. But still, like, this activity here and this presence here is really surprising me. Okay, here he tries to... Why? He has, surprisingly, there must be an HQ here in Penza. Yeah, if we can't take it this turn... Okay, he decided he wants to save Saratov, apparently. Here, Ufa, I'm also surprised that he's showing up that intensely. I guess in this case we're gonna go for a retreat over here. Yeah. Probably. And now I'm surprised he retreated. Now he's showing up here with a core. Yeah, this one was here, and now suddenly the units are popping up. This operations cost must be high for him. Don't fully understand, but okay. Just checking if this railroad is actually relevant somehow, but no. We cannot... Oh, we can transport... Oh, we can transport railway stuff here, actually. I was wondering if we had problems, but no. Yeah, I'm surprised he's coming back here. Now, what is he... Was he planning as... This is a kind of a trap for us? I will see later. Yeah, we can retreat again to when he's coming to attack. I don't want to fight here in the open ground. If this was just yeah, we will give up Birsk. Not fighting here in this above this settlement. Definitely not. Glashov, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a unit, but we'll see. Here in the north, yeah, still waiting for Karelian reinforcements. Really excited for those guys. While here they're going to suffer. Here we have our other boys, the still wondering if we should go and take Redpola. Oh, let's wait. Yeah, we can start off in the north anyways, to be honest. Sad. Gonna retreat here a bit so we can actually give them their upgrades. At the same time, let's give them the upgrades here, so there's less time for the enemy to spot them. And I don't know where we're gonna bring them. I mean, now with the access to Ladoga, of course we could potentially kind of... These submarine that they're taking these damages really annoys me. But what I want to do is basically do some reconnaissance here. At the moment, I could even reproduce his one that Petrograd is not manned at the moment. That's really helpful to have here the British as reconnaissance unit. And the Brits are going to, we are at 45%. They will stay here for a bit still. Bombard here happily. Yeah, so much about the Northern Whites. I mean, these guys can't do stuff, but we should get Northern Whites, here. Yeah, next turn we definitely have a Karelian division that should be set up here in Olonets, and they won't take it in the next turn. Only if there's a, but there was, the Marine division was down here, right? Yeah. So no chance for the enemy to take Olonets quickly, and they will hold out. Good for us. Let's check in the meantime if... Ha. Nice that we checked. They didn't man this anymore. Okay. The enemy had to focus somewhere else. That helps us in potential defense in the future, and we can put up pressure. I'm pretty sure there will be something in Vologda, but yeah, enemy gave up this position. Nice. Then we're gonna definitely keep on pushing here with the Estonians as much as we can. Yeah. Who's the better one here? Morale 79%. Yeah, not so spectacular success here, over here, but I'm gonna shuffle these boys in, and in this case rather going for the entrenchment here. Yeah, the train might be also very useful down here. Yeah, here that's good that the enemy kind of attacked. That's why we moved up last turn where we were like in where we were in our potentially defensive position, also supported by the snow. Now it's getting better over here, but yeah, he can't attack so hard anymore. Now I'm really... Shall we... He brought in reinforcements even here. I think we should use this. The recon bombers are not fully... yet. Oh. I'll get some reconnaissance. In the future we'll make them more useful, I'm pretty sure about it. Yeah, here I think we're gonna sit here in our situation, right? Just keeping up that siege. I think I'm gonna twist here because I'm planning to be more aggressive now. We have the MPP. I just want to provoke the enemy using units here on this front. Yes, tight siege around Polotsk. I mean, they can still deliver stuff from the side, of course, but yeah. And if they want to, if they want to like flank us or anything, the Poles are ready, I would say. I don't know how far we're gonna chase them. I mean, they're not really dangerous right now. Okay, and here... I think I'm going for an attack, to be honest. Here towards Pskov, yeah, we have the capabilities. We have a couple of shells in here. I think here they will get reinforced. It's really tough to get in between these two units here, since you would have to face basically attacks from both sides' cores. So we almost have to do it, right? Question is how much can we damage them, or should we move here and with a unit that we should have gone with somebody that can still dig. Like this, it's gonna. Now I'm not convinced anymore. But I felt like we should move in here also to slowly try to surround and maybe cut Ostrov. I'm just anyways moving in. They cannot dig, I know, it's a precarious position, but they have supply 6 over here, so worst case they can... damn, I should have attached them. Yeah, we're building just pressure, that's the idea over here. Not going to attack they have supply 5. Yeah. I hope they're going to survive just for the kind of threat they're posing, that we're like just overrunning is too much, but yeah, we're just like showing force, and in the end we try to force the enemy to push units in the area. Okay, our airships, guys. Polish airships. That's what we got. That's what our hopes are relying on. Second Legion. I think these guys could deserve some. Yeah. Lost the armored cars in Ukraine. Let's put them here. I was actually thinking, where's Ukraine's borders? Nah, I was thinking if this is not Ukraine at all. I was wondering if I could potentially use here at the Don also. I have to figure out this line, this line that goes down this diagonal line. It's here the Berezina, Naroch, so I guess it's like this, alongside the border of Ukraine. Yeah, but I really can't use the Polish here to gate anything. No. So the Poles are just chilling. Gumel, there seems to be no problem. I wanted to use the Cav here for reconnaissance, right? But maybe on Smolensk another time. They can chill for the moment, the Cav here. Holds 150 MPP, wow. We double shitted this already, right? Airship same. Or we actually also at the max. Can they get another airship by chance? Not really. But let's not get lost on the airship thematic. Even though it's highly fascinating. Oh, they had a breakthrough with the tanks to pull, so that's... spend at least another 75 here in the tanks. I know they cannot. Right, it's what it is. Nevertheless, you get your upgrade. So if they come here, we have at least capable tanks. Alright, coming to the main front. Yeah. This was a nice ambush, I think. Yeah, here we definitely have to retreat somehow. If we can't take out Saratov this turn, we have to and we will retreat. Yeah. Amazing! Better than expected. Yeah, then I think I'm gonna actually... Yeah, there's just the Terek Cossacks, but... Here the division, I think they're better still than the Cav. I'm gonna go in and have them fortify hardcore. Oh, they can actually fortify hardcore. Once we had the river, then... just take this position quickly. That's nice. Those guys will be without supply. I mean, they can punch through potentially, but it should be bearable. Oh, I shouldn't have moved back. Wolf, this wasn't smart. The HQ here was important for the supply, actually. But I was a little bit too scared. And yeah, if we lose them, the Terry Cossacks, okay, then we lose them. That's okay. Here, this one, I will retreat once again, so they don't have the prepared bonus. And I think this is a good spot here for... Wait, they can't see us again, while we can see them. In case they want to get ambushed again, this is a good one. Here, Mikhailovka, we definitely hold the line, that's okay. These boys can also be here. I don't know why I skipped the Kharkov section, by the way, immediately. The more important one, let's do this first, of course. What we want to do over here, Bryanska, definitely the HQ for the Ukrainians. There's a partisan, but we could even move up towards Smolensk. Wow, is Smolensk not defended? Yeah, just take some ground. Then these Cubans, they can get now the technological upgrade. Then let's make sure the Kuban Cossacks here could be used for reconnaissance. To potentially also interrupt here the railway line to the west. Just want to bring in some order here, to be honest, since the Ukrainians are supposed to take the western share of the front here. You get your upgrade. The Cubans, I think they're gonna just be mostly a supportive HQ, which doesn't fully have a role right now. Yeah, I was actually, damn, I now brought the Armenians over here. I was thinking of maybe shuffling something over here, but to bring Wrangel basically up, actually. Because I would like to have him more in this... Actually, here seems to be decisive fights in this area too. Let's see. We're not ready. There's gonna be mud. We're still in February, so we don't have to rush, or we don't have to be ready next turn immediately. More or less, this is a good position. Okay, nice. The rest remains as it is down here. Let's set up the new units quickly. Tank Corps, our new pride. We have to tech it up, of course. Armored cars, another one. And Kuban Cossacks that come in here. Okay, let's not forget about them. And 2 Ukrainian. It's really handy actually that we can set them up here next to Konopol. Konotop, not Konopol. Fantastic. We will reach here the Ukrainian army very soon. This is an unexpected support that the enemy didn't have on its mind, I think. Yeah, their task, I think, again, is going to be Smolensk, maybe, mostly. I mean, this frees up the entirety of the Poles somehow, but yeah, what else can we do with them? And then, of course, threatens also here the back of these guys. And I might be even able to attack sooner than expected with the... Yeah, and then we have still the Southern Whites that can push either here in Tambov, border the Blacks, or here directly on Moscow. Well, this is just still, I'm quite impressed by the enemy's amount of units that they have massed here, but yeah, it's also a cavalry units in the first row, marines, trains, just filling the gap that we can't. It seems to be very important to him that we are not penetrating this train line again. But yeah, I still feel like our better strategy, despite our numerical advantage at the moment, and industrial one, is that I still don't want to attack necessarily the strongest units or the best entrenched one from the enemy, and rather somewhere else, as we did over here. Let's check if Samara is occupied. Yes, it is, of course. Same with Suzan here. Nice taking a quite strong stance. What's happening here too with the core? Yeah, we have it next to the HQ. Then I'm gonna get with the Ural ones that these guys, yeah, they get in the boost look now, their upgrade, since thanks for holding it so bravely. And then here, wow, the Ural Whites are making better money now with the with Perm being freed again. That's really helpful. Let's then slowly stash up these boys so we can. And here the cavalry not yet. We should open up this gap, by the way, over here. I don't know if this changes the dramatically, probably not. And we should isolate Orenburg. This would be a next objective, to siege down Orenburg. This is something doable in my opinion. Yeah, then let's not go for Ufa over here. Optimize rather the supply in this section, and we're gonna retreat here. Wait, 7, 8, 7, 6. Here on 4, that's not amazing. They have good supply. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should even defend here or not. And I think these are just divisions. Let's defend one turn where we have just the river also on top. They have no preparation bonus. That's if they would also need him to invest his troops to cross. He can't operate them away somewhere else again. Take some turns where they're here bound, and that's what we want to achieve. We're not pushing over here anywhere else, but I think I'm going to do it similarly over here. We will retreat at some point, and let's bring these boys in the area. Oh, interesting, a train is here. I don't know how well train versus train performs, but okay. And this core doesn't need to be here. We can retreat to Perm if we need to. Very thinly spread, and that seems to be it again already. Wow. I'm really looking forward to the Karelians, if you noticed, but it's just because now we have this is quite an army then with 5 divisions here. I think Maruchevsky can't support the Karelians, but yeah, nevertheless 5 divisions plus the Marines. I think we should be able to clear this, and then here's something else to guard. So this is all the reasons why, for example, I'm getting myself here into this risky position, since yeah, he can send units, he can crush us, cost us units somewhere. He can chase us, bring us new units, but at some point, if we're pushing through here, he also needs to guard Petrograd badly. Otherwise, we just repeat his move that we learned so bitterly from him last turn with the Marines. Here's Zara taking Zaratov. This is a nice one. This is a lovely one. I mean, there's a high chance he can actually take them out over here. But there's also a chance it's annoying for him and not so easy. And we could reinforce. No. We can take, the most important thing is we can take out our cavalry again and threaten. Yeah, this is just perfect Cossack country here. Alrighty, let's finish off before we do the rest before we finish the turn. Next turn, airships, the Polish Air Force coming in strong, hopefully, or it might be a massive flop also. But I'm kind of envisaging bombing Smolensk here as a supply source, or somewhere in the back, or bring him here to Konotop. What range do they have? Actually, let's quickly check. Strike range 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was from here, right? So we can't from here, from Konotop, we can get just to Kaluga, Vyazma, Tula here to the south. Not optimal from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, from here, from the Berenzina, we can operate at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Valley Luki, we can even bomb down here. So I guess it's better to have them here in this area to support at strategic supply rates. Reconnaissance in this area is going to be massive. Yeah, let's see. Okay, spending stuff. Research, we already checked. There was no opportunity for the Poles, right? Sad. There's no absurd research for 25 that we totally need. Is there anything we can buy with the Poles? It's really a bit... Let's just spend it, because then we rather get it and we guide here the Ukrainian... If they're not being attacked, they're collecting their MPPs and build a massive army. So I think for the enemy, for the total victory, they would need to take Warsaw. It's getting less and less likely, despite us wasting or spending on stuff like airships. Anything possible for them? Oh, they could get Takinen HQ, okay. Well, this is a little bit too expensive. Doubt we're gonna do that one, okay. We've got the Northwestern Whites 124. Started infantry last turn. I mean, might want to go towards... Also might want to spend, but let's give the last shit in here, so then we have at least the baseline fighting technologies tagged through at some point with the Northwestern Whites, and then we can rather spend now invest in units, I think. Maybe a Latvian HQ or something like this. Southern Whites, yeah, the big question of what we want to invest in. There's something to do. We had some breakthroughs right over here. But the artillery, yeah, that's the huge one still in the room. Do we have anything rebated? No. We could still get another Ukrainian corps coming in July. Now now we're having the 5 months suddenly hit hard. It's good that we built a lot over the winter. Now I think I'm gonna get the last armored car. And how much is the division quickly? 26, that would lead us to 5th. Yeah, we can not take up all of them. But the Terek Cossacks can even get a core, but that's that one I don't want to get. I think I'm gonna get another armored car for the Southern Whites. And one more division for those guys. Don't have an Astrakhan HQ, right? There we lost the Astrakhan units, they were sacrificed for a bigger purpose. Nah. Azerbaijani, Don Cossacks. Could get us another Don Cossack. Yeah, they would be useful over here. Okay, I'm gonna get another Southern White infantry division, just one with actually weapons also. Yes. And we're gonna get a Don Cover division for just without weapons, extra weapons right now. More for defensive tasks that will be used here in this area, I guess, for blocking off units. We're getting also a Don Cossack Corps in, right? Yeah. Good reinforcements incoming still. Nicely spent all the MPPs. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, 32%, but also, yeah, the polls probably growing, and it's not 100%. Easy to say. Let's tell. Land losses 22. Yeah, our losses are still low. That's beautiful. Didn't lose a core at all, right? No, the Euro ones did. 5 of them. Wow. Heavy fighting over there. Didn't really picture this. Fighting spirit of the Reds is at 79%. It's going down. That's good. Northern Whites, yeah. Euro White 75. Okay, actually we're outperforming all the White faction apart from Northwestern, not the Euro. Even the Euro Whites. Wow. Why are those guys so low? I should stop fighting too much with them. Quickly for the enemy. Yeah, enemy's losses in autumn have been low, but yeah, this is low fighting. It's winter and the summer has been quite intense. As you see, where he really couldn't recover all the losses. Spent 4,000, lost 7,000. Let's have a quick 4-2, 7-7, collected 6. Yeah. This is the still Southern Whites. It's pointing to the south. This is the Northwestern Whites. Okay. Collected very similar to the... Wow, we collected more with the Southern Whites than the Reds. That's crazy. Spent also more and lost way less. Yeah, that's the sick difference here. There was one turn that was tough, but apart from this, look at this. And these are all the cores coming in right now. Probably Euro Whites are the only ones with constantly higher losses. Yeah, that's quite high. Almost more losses than the Southern Whites, despite no offensive. Crazy. Time for some smack talk with the bourgeois. Therefore, produce above all art's own grave diggers. Its fault in the victory of the proletariat is inevitable. The proletariat seems to give up more and more of its so-called citizens. Give up more and more so-called brothers. They're seeking refuge in Mother Russia and our church. Okay, yeah, not super fun. Let's go. Oh, the weird. Well, whatever. He's understandable, I think. Yeah, I'm mostly referring to Nyandoma, our big. Yeah, the Northern Whites. Who would have thought are on the march? No resistance though, but they are on the march. This is a tough front line. Guys, let's quickly finish together. I think there's not much more to do this time. Mabel placed on the League of Nations Protectorate. Okay, okay. Spying, that's nice. Because then we're gonna see our spying information sooner than later. Tank development, amazing. Wow, could be a sweet breakthrough if they do it even quicker. Command and control, also nice. This is 400 NPP, great collection. It doesn't seem to be appear to me that he also tagged something in industry or something like this. So, unlike me last game. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, open for discussion, tips, and so forth. And if you haven't yet, it would be simply fantastic if you leave both me and Balthazar likes and subscriptions to support our cause, our project, our work a bit. Thank you so much for your help and support. And then most importantly, see you next time in the next episode when we are getting closer to the spring and potentially the decisive year in this conflict. Thanks for watching, and then see you next time in the next episode. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.